Mossad, the long arm of Israel. The Mossad, Israel's foreign intelligence agency, was created in December 1949 under Prime Minister David Ben-Gurion. Its primary mission? Gather intelligence abroad, stop existential threats, and, when necessary, conduct targeted strikes against Israel's enemies. Mossad's operatives rely on deep cover agents, sophisticated surveillance tools, forged documents, and the use of safe houses scattered around the globe. They are known for their mastery of disguise, clandestine communication, and, increasingly, the use of cutting-edge cyber tools. Their operations often blend old-fashioned human intelligence with the latest digital espionage. Its reputation was sealed in 1960 when its agents tracked down Adolf Eichmann, one of the architects of the Holocaust, who had escaped to Argentina under a false identity. In a daring, covert operation, Mossad agents kidnapped Eichmann on the streets of Buenos Aires, smuggled him to Israel, and put him on trial in Jerusalem. His conviction and execution marked a watershed moment for Israel, proving that Nazi war criminals could not hide forever. But Mossad's history is not just about justice. It is also about targeted killings and sabotage. The agency is believed to have orchestrated assassinations of Palestinian militant leaders in Europe, Lebanon, and beyond. It has also been linked to the sabotage of Iran's nuclear program, including the assassination of Iranian scientist Mohsen Fakhrizadeh in 2020, reportedly carried out using a remote-controlled, AI-assisted machine gun. Supporters argue Mossad's actions protect Israeli lives. Critics say they violate international law and perpetuate cycles of violence. Mossad embodies Israel's doctrine of taking the fight beyond its borders, striking enemies before they can strike Israel. Shin Bet, guardians of the home front. While Mossad looks outward, Shin Bet, Israel's internal security agency, focuses inward. Formed in February 1949, its role has always been to defend Israel from espionage, terrorism, and subversion. Shin Bet maintains a dense network of informants in the Palestinian territories and uses advanced surveillance drones, wiretaps, and sophisticated data analysis systems to track potential attackers. Its interrogation units are infamous, praised by some for extracting life-saving intelligence, condemned by others for methods that human rights groups label coercive. One of its most dramatic failures came in 1995, when Israeli Prime Minister Yitzhak Rabin was assassinated by a Jewish extremist, Yigal Amir. Despite Shin Bet's mission to protect the country's leaders, its protective unit failed that night, leading to widespread criticism and reforms in how Shin Bet handles VIP protection. At other times, Shin Bet has demonstrated its effectiveness. During the Second Intifada in the early 2000s, Shin Bet's intelligence gathering enabled Israel to prevent countless suicide bombings and dismantle militant networks. It pioneered the use of advanced surveillance technologies and networks of informants, though often at the cost of deep controversy over interrogation practices and human rights. In October 2023, Shin Bet again came under fire when it failed to anticipate Hamas's surprise attack from Gaza, which killed over 1,000 Israelis and sparked a devastating war. Its director publicly accepted responsibility, underlining both the immense burden and scrutiny that come with defending Israel from within. Shin Bet's daily work remains mostly invisible, yet it is central to Israel's survival, walking the line between security and civil liberties.
The Israel Defense Forces. The Israel Defense Forces, or IDF, were created in May 1948, immediately after independence. With the new state surrounded by hostile armies, Ben-Gurion ordered all Jewish militias to merge into one national army. Every Israeli, male or female, is conscripted into its ranks, making it not just a military, but a social institution that shapes the entire nation. The IDF is structured around combined arms, land forces, an air force, and a navy. It has pioneered the use of precision strikes, urban warfare tactics, and layered missile defense. Israel's most famous defensive system, Iron Dome, intercepts short-range rockets with guided missiles. At the same time, the IDF maintains advanced tanks such as the Merkava 4, F-35 stealth fighter jets, and armed drones capable of both surveillance and strike missions. From its earliest days, the IDF has been at the center of Israel's survival. In the 1948 War of Independence, the fledgling army fought against multiple Arab states and secured the state's existence. In 1967, during the Six-Day War, the IDF stunned the world by defeating Egypt, Syria, and Jordan in less than a week, capturing the Sinai Peninsula, the Golan Heights, the West Bank, and East Jerusalem. This transformed the strategic map of the Middle East, but also ignited decades of conflict over occupied territories. In 1973, during the Yom Kippur War, the IDF was caught off guard by a surprise Arab assault. Though Israel ultimately prevailed, the war exposed serious intelligence failures. The lesson was clear: no agency, however strong, can afford complacency. The IDF has been heavily criticized for failing to stop the Hamas assault of October 7, 2023, which exposed vulnerabilities in Israel's defense doctrine. The shock led to resignations and deep national soul-searching. More recently, in Gaza, the IDF has combined air campaigns with ground incursions, using drones, cyber operations, and artillery in tandem. Its operations are highly controversial due to civilian casualties, yet it remains one of the most technologically advanced militaries in the world. The IDF is both Israel's shield and, often, its most controversial institution, balancing the roles of national defense, occupation force, and guarantor of survival. Aman, the Military Intelligence Directorate. The IDF's brain is Aman, the Military Intelligence Directorate. Created in 1950, Aman serves as the intelligence nerve center for Israel's armed forces. It gathers intelligence using satellites, aerial reconnaissance, electronic listening posts, and networks of human informants. It analyzes vast amounts of data to provide real-time battlefield awareness. Its analysts often make a difference between surprise and readiness. One of Aman's greatest triumphs came in 2007, when it identified a secret Syrian nuclear reactor under construction with North Korean assistance. The intelligence paved the way for Operation Orchard, in which Israeli jets destroyed the facility before it could become operational. The strike prevented Syria from joining the nuclear club. But Aman also carries the burden of failure. In 1973, its analysts dismissed warnings of an Arab attack, believing Egypt and Syria would not dare launch war. That overconfidence nearly cost Israel the Yom Kippur War. Similarly, in 2023, Aman faced criticism for not detecting Hamas's preparations. Aman illustrates the eternal paradox of intelligence work. A single success can remain hidden for decades, while one failure can shake a nation.
Unit 8200, Masters of the Digital Domain. Within Aman lies Unit 8200, Israel's premier signals intelligence and cyber unit, founded in 1952. Often compared to America's NSA, it intercepts communications, conducts code breaking, and carries out offensive cyber operations. Unit 8200 intercepts phone calls, internet traffic, satellite communications, and encryptions. It also deploys cyber weapons capable of infiltrating hostile computer networks. Its analysts rely on AI-powered systems to filter massive amounts of data for actionable intelligence. Unit 8200 has played roles in countless operations. Among the most famous is Stuxnet, the cyber weapon jointly developed with the United States that sabotaged Iranian centrifuges in 2010, setting back Tehran's nuclear program. This was the world's first known digital weapon to cause physical destruction. It also plays a central role in Israel's counterterrorism, providing Shin Bet and the IDF with live intelligence on militant communications. Unit 8200's alumni are also legendary in the tech world. Many of Israel's most successful cybersecurity startups were founded by veterans of the unit, fueling Israel's reputation as a global high-tech powerhouse. But in 2014, a group of reservists sparked controversy by refusing to serve, claiming the unit's surveillance of Palestinians violated human rights. This highlighted the tension between security needs and civil liberties in Israel's digital battlefield. The Israel Police, Law, Order, and Security Support. Created alongside the state in 1948, the Israel Police enforces law and order, but also plays a vital role in national security.
The police use riot control vehicles, water cannons, drones for crowd monitoring, and a variety of firearms. Special investigative units employ advanced forensic labs and digital surveillance systems. A dramatic case study is the wave of protests in 2011 and later in 2023 and 2024, when massive demonstrations over judicial reform tested the police's ability to manage civil unrest. Their heavy-handed tactics were condemned by critics, while supporters argued they prevented chaos. The police also work closely with Shin Bet and the IDF in counter-terror operations, blurring the line between ordinary law enforcement and national security. The Border Police, Magav. The Border Police, or Magav, were founded in 1949 to protect rural areas and borders. Over time, they became Israel's primary paramilitary force. They are heavily armed, using assault rifles, armored vehicles, riot gear, and drones. Their units are trained for urban combat, crowd control, and rural border defense. A striking example of their role occurred during the Second Intifada, when Magav units were on the front lines of urban combat in the West Bank. Their work involved both preventing terrorist infiltrations and dispersing violent demonstrations, making them one of Israel's most controversial forces. Praised for bravery, yet accused of excessive force, Magav embodies the dilemmas of security in contested territories. Yamam, Israel's counter-terror specialists. Formed in 1974 after the Ma'alot school massacre, Yamam is Israel's elite counterterrorism and hostage rescue unit. Yamam operators train in close-quarters combat, precision marksmanship, and rapid urban assaults. They use advanced night vision, breaching charges, drones for reconnaissance, and high-tech communications gear. Their tactics often emphasize surgical precision, neutralizing threats with minimal collateral damage. One famous case came in 1994, when Yamam successfully stormed a hijacked bus in Tel Aviv, killing all the hostage takers and rescuing passengers. The unit has also been instrumental in eliminating armed cells before they could launch attacks. In recent years, they have been involved in high-stakes raids in the West Bank, targeting militant hideouts with rapid, coordinated strikes. Yamam is regarded as one of the world's finest counter-terror units, often training with foreign counterparts. Its successes have saved countless lives, though its operations in occupied territories remain contentious. The unit is revered worldwide, often compared to America's Delta Force or Britain's SAS.
The Israeli Prison Service, IPS. The Israeli Prison Service, created in 1949, manages Israel's prisons and detention facilities. It relies heavily on fortified prisons, riot control teams, and specialized gear to manage unrest inside facilities. Guards are trained to respond to riots, hunger strikes, and large-scale resistance. A case that drew global attention to the IPS was the repeated hunger strikes by Palestinian prisoners in the 2000s, protesting detention without trial. It had to manage both the health crises and the political fallout, balancing human rights concerns with national security. In 2021, 6 Palestinian prisoners escaped from Gilboa prison through a tunnel, exposing security flaws and triggering a nationwide manhunt. The incident embarrassed the IPS, but also showcased Israel's ability to track and recapture fugitives quickly. The IPS also plays a role in high-profile incarcerations, such as that of Yigal Amir, Rabin's assassin, who remains under strict isolation to this day. The National Cyber Directorate. In the digital age, Israel has built a fortress in cyberspace. Beginning with the creation of a National Cyber Bureau in 2012 and evolving into the National Cyber Directorate by 2018, this body coordinates Israel's civilian cyber defenses. The Directorate monitors cyber threats against power plants, hospitals, transportation, and financial systems. It uses artificial intelligence, intrusion detection systems, and a national cyber emergency hotline to coordinate rapid responses. Its mission became clear in 2017, when global ransomware attacks like WannaCry spread worldwide. Israel's critical infrastructure remained largely untouched, thanks to early warning systems and the Directorate's cyber defense networks.
In 2020, the Directorate thwarted a cyber attack against Israel's water supply system, believed to have originated from Iran. The attack aimed to poison water supplies, but Israeli defenses neutralized it. This case highlighted how cyber warfare is becoming as dangerous as bombs or missiles. By combining state capacity with private sector innovation, the Directorate has positioned Israel as one of the strongest cyber nations on Earth. The National Security Council. Finally, Israel's National Security Council, created in 1999 under Benjamin Netanyahu, serves as the government's strategic brain. It does not conduct operations, but it coordinates all security agencies, ensuring that Mossad, Shin Bet, Aman, and the IDF work in sync. During crises like the 2006 Lebanon War and the 2023 Gaza conflict, the NSC played a central role in advising the Prime Minister and integrating military, diplomatic, and intelligence responses. The NSC is often overlooked, but in reality, it is the control room that keeps Israel's sprawling security machine functioning.